sitting down, actually.
This film, I really just like sharing my story, and hopefully it connects with young people. I wish that I had control over what people take away from the film, but that's kind of out of my control. I just know that in my experience of doing this at so many different colleges and universities across the country, that sharing my story and when students see the film, that they can connect with a lot of it. It's a very universal story, a story about kind of just finding yourself, discovering kind of like who you are as a person and what your history and your kind of like what your family's history means to you. So yeah, I'm always excited to share with new audiences the work. And I think that my grandfather's work was, it still resonates with this area because he was very connected to this area, but it's cool to bring this history to a younger generation that wasn't around when he was organizing in this area. So to feel comfortable in your own skin and find your own voice and understand that your family's history and a lot of the sacrifices that the prior generations and your family went through, when that all starts to click and you understand that there's a lot of power in that, I think for me that was very eye-opening, and it's inspiring for me to share the story because I get inspired by many students and young people that watch my film and say that they feel compelled or motivated to go on their own journey or to do more in their community, who you are as a person and kind of what your passion is, like where you want your life to go. That's kind of everybody's, when you're in college, that's kind of everybody's, like, you're at the beginning stages of trying to understand, how am I going to leave my mark? What is my contribution going to be? And the message I always try and get across to students is that you're still very early on in the journey, and you have to keep your mind very open and really continue to learn about yourself and learn about the world, learn about your interests, what you do like, what you dislike. I felt a lot of pressure to know what I needed to do quickly and find my path kind of like right away, but it took me a long time. And I think that the experiences, like, right now is not a learning experience, and right now is, and it really can never be turned off. It has to become like a part of us.
There's always something to be learned.
There's always something to be learned, and the younger you can pick up on that messaging, the better, because then you won't have to learn things over and over again and making mistakes. And
that's true.
Yeah, it's very nice to